Hola, 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 mis amores, ¿cómo están? ¿Cómo están haciendo? Espero que están teniendo un muy buen día y también un muy buen semana. Hope you're having a good week. Hope you're doing well. I am back with another video. Y'all, go ahead and smash that like button. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button for me, all right? You have these kids. These males aren't going to help you with those kids. You need to go in to it knowing and being fully aware that these males will not help you raise no kid. Do you understand? And no matter what you do, okay, you will never get that approval that you're looking for, okay? Because if you have a kid and you're not married, guess what the patriarchy is going to tell you? The patriarchy is going to tell you, look at you, you look dumb, you stupid, you got married, you don't even got you're not even you gave birth to a child, you're not even married. Now you fall into that category. Okay, that's what the patriarchy will tell you. Okay, if you get married, but you decide you don't want to have a child, okay, guess what the patriarchy will tell you? All right, the patriarchy is going to tell you, look at you, you, what are you doing? You're so selfish. I can't believe that you are that selfish. You don't want to have no kids. Like, what are you really doing? All you care about is yourself. Now you fall into that category. Okay, if you decide, listen, I don't want to deal with these crusty, dusty males, okay? Guess what the patriarchy is going to tell you? Well, you're just looking down on males and you're too masculine and you're too masculine, like that's why we can't deal with it because you're too masculine. Sir, this is not masculinity. If this were masculinity, us being independent, okay, women wouldn't be complaining about the things that they're complaining about, which is you don't got a job. most of these males don't have a job or make like $8 an hour, okay, which is you don't know how to live for yourselves, okay, you're always looking for 1 woman, 2 women, 3 women, 4 women. Sir, that's another thing. They associate the word masculinity with the wrong things, knowing good and well that they don't even come close to any of those traits. Okay, any of those traits. So they'll tell ladies, oh, you're that are independent, that can pay their own bills. Oh, you're so masculine. Meanwhile, most males aren't independent and most males cannot pay their own bills. So then those women fall into that category. Okay, if you fall, and then so on the alternative side, okay, if you get married, then you have the kids, okay? You do it in progression, okay? You have 1 kid. Guess what the patriarchy is going to say? The patriarchy is then going to come knocking on your door and say, oh, you just going to have just 1? You don't want them to have a sibling? You don't want them to have a brother, a sister? You're only going to have 1? And none of these people are there suffering with you while you're trying to take care of this child, while he might be putting hands on you, while he might be assousing you. They're not there. This is all coming from the patriarchy, okay? So then you go and you have a second child. like a dummy, okay? Then you have a second, then you have a third, okay? Then guess what the patriarchy is going to tell you once you do that, okay? The patriarchy, and you yourself will probably start telling yourself this as well, but then the patriarchy is going to look at you and say, oh, okay, but do you have a job? Like, do you have an actual job? Or you're just like at home? You're just like a stay-at-home mom, like you don't do anything. They'll start telling you things like, why do you look like that? Why do you look so tired? You haven't even been to the gym. Look, you've gained like 30 pounds. Why do you look so worn out? Okay. Why don't you ever dress up? Why don't you ever wear any makeup? Why don't you ever wear any heels? Why don't you ever take care of yourself? That's what the patriarchy will start telling you. I can't make this up. You know that that's how that works. So then you fall into that category. Okay. This is what happens when you live your life with no purpose. Okay. You listen and you are ruled by the patriarchy. And your life is essentially 100% wasted. You waste it. And that's really what leads to you dying unhappy and unfulfilled. Because you listen to the patriarchy. instead of finding your purpose, instead of living for you, okay? Living to be next to a dusty male, or any male for that matter, is not a purpose. That is not a purpose. Okay? So you need to understand this. Okay? Women, I don't know how else to explain this to you, especially the Pygmishas. The Pygmishas, y'all get abused and harmed on a daily basis. And you still stick around and you still sit there looking stupid. I got to call you stupid because that's what you're looking like. All right? Why are you there? Why were you ever there? Think about it. Who's waking up with you in the morning, slaving, cleaning, not getting paid for none of that? Okay. Then you go to work, then you come back, then you got to take care of the kids. All right. You will always lose in that equation. He will never be able to do as much as you do. Never. So then you enter into that contract and you're not even the one setting the terms of the contract. Are you crazy? You're not the one setting the terms of the contract because you didn't have any boundaries. You didn't have any standards. Okay. You were just thirsty and desperate. So anyway, I have Ashanti's picture pulled up here because Ashanti is the perfect example of a thirst bucket. Okay. She's thirsty. She's been thirsty her whole life. All right. She stayed with this male on and off, I believe, for about 10 years. All right. And now she's back with him. This male refused to marry her. She was chanting and yelling and screaming the whole time they were on and off together. If y'all don't know her history, the whole time that they were on and off together, she was chanting, yelling, screaming, yelling that she wanted to get married and she wanted kids. Guess what this male did? Nothing. He didn't give her none of that. He had kids. He had 2 kids with someone else, though. He gave her jack squat. He gave her jack squat. Okay. So then they break up. It's been 10 years since they broke up. All right. They break up when she turned 40. Apparently she did some interview or said something about her still wanting a family and kids, right? Because she didn't have any kids still at that point when she was 40. Okay. And she got dragged by the manosphere. The manosphere started saying, oh, you're too old now. You see, now she's going to die alone. And now look, she's going to die with her cats and her dogs. But she got dragged. Okay. Y'all, this is an example of what I'm trying to tell you. It does not matter what you do. You cannot win if you live for a patriarchy. For this patriarchy, you cannot win if you live for this patriarchy. You will not win. You will lose every time. Every time you will lose. The manosphere dragged her. Said, oh, look, now she's old. Now she can't even, get a male. Now she can't even get pregnant. Guess what? Now she's 43 years old. This male that refused to marry her, that refused to give her the family that she was looking for and that she was on and off with for 10 years, is back. You know why he back? Because he took the 10-year break that they weren't together, searched because he didn't want her. He was thinking to himself, I really would much rather not tie the knot with this one. I want to see what else is out there. Searched, nothing else was out there, so he came back to his leftovers. That's what he did. He came back to his leftovers. He was like, because males know that if they grow old alone, it's over with for them. If they don't have a woman next to them as they're growing old, I mean, this guy's old, right? Nelly is old. If they don't have a woman next to them when they old, they're done for. So he lived all of his youth and younger years doing whatever he wants out in these streets. All right. And now that he old, now he wants to come back. So he can have someone to do slave labor and take care of him. And you know what she said? Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll take you back. Now she's pregnant. They ain't even married yet. To me, that doesn't matter that as much. But it speaks to how little this male cares, right? He doesn't give a crap about her needs, what she wants, what she ever wanted. He does not care. It speaks to that because that's something that she wanted, right? Okay. But she allowed it, right? Okay. Why are you on and off for 10 years of your youth with a male that consistently during those 10 years refused to give you what you wanted? He refused. If that's what you wanted, why were you there? It would have only taken the first time. The first time he told you he don't want that, you gone. And you don't come back. You do not come back. Period. That's why all those years wasted, y'all. And she's just now getting to the point of at least having the baby. I think they might be planning to get married next year. But now he's old. So now he wants to marry her. He old, y'all. This is an old man. He needs someone to take care of him. So now he back. Okay. I'm trying to tell y'all. See, this is what Pick Me Show will get you. Okay. Now, also another lie the patriarchy feeds you. Well, now you're 30, you can't get pregnant. Now you're 35, you can get pregnant. And Shanti's 43. She's pregnant. They are lying. It is all about just taking care of yourself. Okay. And there's more than enough kids out here that don't have parents anyway. So if you want to even go that route, all right. So they're lying. They are lying. Oh, who would want you now? And it's exactly their species that double backed, came right back to her. Oh, who would want you now? And it's exactly their species that double backed, came right back to her. Oh, who would want you now? And it's exactly their species that double backed, came right back to her. This is what they do. This is what living underneath this patriarchy, living for this patriarchy, this is what it will get you. Used and assumed. Okay. She's 43. She's pregnant. And you know what the patriarchy loves to say? Oh, by the time you're this age, you can't. By the time you're that age, liars. Liars. You're a liar from the pit of hell. Liars. This is only one example. We have seen several celebrities. I think, wasn't Nicki Minaj like 35, 36 or something like that when she had her first kiddo? Rihanna, she was like 33. You know what I mean? They'll try to tell you like once you're past your 20s, like you can't go, lying. They're just lying. And this is, if you listen to that nonsense, that is coming from males. They're trying to tell us about our bodies, mind you. It's like, sir, don't speak to me. You are a male subpar species. Go to your red pill corner. You have nothing to say to me. Okay. So I just wanted to come to y'all with that message. Well, she's pregnant now. So, you know, it's at least at least this guy is worth millions. You know what I mean? So, and she's been able to, because he has 2 other kids. So hopefully she's been able to see what type of parent he would be. You know what I mean? So if I were her, I would probably just approach it more as a business deal. But I know that she's too pick-me-sha. Okay, that's why she ended up where she's at now, right? Because I don't see how this makes sense as anything more than a business deal. Like, okay, I get the kid. He's rich, so he can take care of the kid. I've seen him take care of the other kids. He wasn't too shabby at it. You know what I mean? All right, business deal, right? So that's it. I don't see how this could be. I don't see why this would be worth it otherwise. You know what I mean? But anyway, y'all, leave it in the comments below what you think about this particular subject. All right. And yeah, just let me know what you think. Go ahead and smash that like button. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button for me. All right. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.